So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here.
Hello,
a clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. This is Peter Drury, and next to me providing insights will be Jim Beglin.
Hello Peter, and hello to everyone watching. For me, it's a real thrill to be here.
There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. So that's got things underway. Edwin van der Sar, such a calm, composed keeper.
He is one of the first sweeper keepers, Peter, because his feet are almost as good as his hands.
So what can they make of this? Pullet picks it up out wide. Good ball, good Bellingham! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure. Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
Pullet gets good distance on it. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Now he's got space here. And that is expertly dealt with. And that was very necessary. Stood up well to him there. Knocks it into space. Van Dijk gets over and intercepts. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. That's a nicely shaped ball. Faced, and the shot! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball.
Well, the keeper seemed to go into study mode then, and he's read it beautifully.
Brazil replying all the early pressure.
Yeah, it's a good start, Peter, and they look hungry for goals, and they'll be aware of having to capitalise in such a good spell.
Bellingham. And it's Beckham. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Bellingham can see things others simply cannot. Now who's going to be first to this? Still goalless. It's an inviting looking ball that. Just eases him off the ball. Now it's Messi. Now that looks a decent ball. Dembele. There's the shot! There it is! The movement so precise. The finish sumptuous.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
So the first goal of the game.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
And this is Pullet. And again, he's sorted that out terrifically. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Van Dijk. Dembele chasing after it.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover. Brazil really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
And it's Cruyff. Looking for options for movement. Shapes to shoot! It's there! And the lead lost no time at all!
Yeah, they say that fortune favours the brave, and we've just seen an example. This team has real personality and character.
It looked as though it'd gone too wide. He wasn't having that though, and somehow he found the angle.
Peter, you have to have a certain imagination to produce the incredible, and that was incredible.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
You've got to commend that, Peter. It's the perfect response to falling behind. Don't let your heads drop, just get back up the pitch and level the scores again. This is cracking stuff.
Has a shot! Beckham.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Dembele. Now it's Messi. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Bellingham. He's a sharp little ball here. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. And the counter is on. Bellingham. And he's made sure that's not getting through. Ferdinand. He's gone down, but the referee just tells him to get back up again. Vieira. And it's Dembele. Beckham. He is just caressing the ball. Araujo kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Beckham. Played back in. He's gone for goal! Oh, the keeper's equal to it.
I thought it was a really good break. No shortage of pace nor intensity. Exactly what's required when on the counter-attack.
Now it's Hullet. And Hullet! Oh, he did the hard part right, but fluffed the... And it's half-time here. Nothing to separate the two teams at half-time. They've both given it a really good go, and they head into the break all square. How would you review the first half?
Brazil will be pretty happy with the way they've performed so far. They remain calm after going behind, and they were able to raise the intensity, get their equaliser. This isn't bad at all.
Brazil are level pegging at half-time then, and it's a finely balanced game. 1-1 the score. Brazil get the second half going.
Brazil have been the team that have had the lion's share of possession and chances. OK, they haven't got much to show for it, but I think it's a case of keep going and eventually you'll get your break.
Beckham is one whose deliveries we all know about. Nicely weighted ball. Can he latch on to this? Hullet. Bellingham. Vieira. And it's Beckham. And here's Dembele! It's in!
Well, it's hardly a great surprise to see him doing something thrilling, and it should send a strength and courage through every one of his teammates from here.
A moment that needed composure, and he had plenty of it.
Ah, that's just clever. He made the keeper think he was going one way, only to outfox him by going the other. Very nice.
2 goals on the day, and he may not yet be done. So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Listen, when it comes to goal...
Big chance! Really well taken goal. That is remarkable! All square in a matter of moments.
Well, if ever you want to see a lesson in responding to a deficit, that's it. Their heads didn't drop, and now their chins are up.
They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
It's just sloppy to lose the ball like that, Peter. The ease which they were able to cut through them from there, that definitely doesn't have a good look about it.
This is quite a battle.
Well, they just couldn't have responded any better, Peter. Yeah, there's the old cliche about how teams can lose focus after scoring, but you still have to take your chances. Brilliant.
And he's intervened well there. Maldini. Beckham. And it's Zanetti. And here's Hullet. And he's well positioned here.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Searching pass he's played there. Aimed beyond the defence. Crossed into the middle. Can he finish? Goal, Brazil! And the game is well and truly turned on its head. How very smart. He just got it right.
Yeah, keeping calm and taking a touch like that when it's all going on around you isn't always that easy, but he made it look like a doddle. Finishing it off was quite simple after that.
Substitution on the field, number 99, Hullet.
We have got changes here from both sides, in fact.
Rivaldo.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Up he goes!
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
They're coming again and again.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
Beckham, closing in on the last quarter of an hour. And here's Rivaldo. Great defending, strong and determined.
Rivaldo really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Oh, this looks sharp. Rivaldo will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Bergomi. Ferdinand is very much of the non-shall-pass school of defending. Back into the middle. Messi going face-to-face with his great rival. Oh, he's managed to get himself offside.
Sacramento really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
Once more, he proves rigid and robust. Now it's Ronaldinho. Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Vieira. And it's Maldini. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Great ball if he can get there. There it... Shot, surely! He should have put that one away.
Well, the keeper spared a few blushes here. Going 2 down at this stage would have made it an awful long way back.
Brazil have their second corner now. Out for a throw. Now it's Maldini.
Well, it's probably safe to say now, Peter, that it's going to be all about game management from here.
All hands on deck for this one. Van Dijk gets it away. And the finish! That was superb goalkeeping.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Ibrahimovic, good purposeful running this.
Zanetti.
Beckham. Here's the team's great visionary. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Now it's Ibrahimovic. And the shot! And he hits the net! And surely that clinches it! There really is no way back now! The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement. So that's it, it is all over. So the winners bullish and belligerent after a remarkable collective effort. Fall behind they may have done, but they were having none of that. Well, from behind, Jim, that is some win, isn't it?
Well, what we've seen is a team that refuses to accept the game might have just got away from them. They stayed true to their style and turned this right on its head. This is a tremendous win.
Many thanks to Jim, and with that, it is a very good night to you.